Hello.
Welcome to Native Camp. How are you?
Good, good. Okay.
Good to
You?
see you.
How are
Fantastic.
you?
Well, thank you very much. I'm doing fantastic, and I will take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is
hmm
Umar, and I'll be your coach, your language coach today.
Okay. Nice to meet you. My name is Sada.
Sada,
Sada. Sada. Nice to meet
very
you.
nice name, very unique name.
Unique. Yeah, actually, it's unique too, even for Japanese.
Oh, really?
I've never met, yes, the person with same name.
Okay.
So, yeah,
All
it's
right.
true. It's unique. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, good to know. So, first of all, are you able to hear me and see me perfectly?
Yeah. I can see you're very handsome.
Oh my gosh, that's the first compliment of the day.
Okay.
You made my day, my friend. Thank you so much.
What time is it there?
Oh, I live in Poland, so here we have 7 p.m.
Poland.
That's true.
7 p.m. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I
I
see
see.
it's quite late on your side.
Yeah, actually, it's past 2 a.m.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, why aren't you sleeping yet?
Yeah, I should. I think. Yeah, but it's actually it's a long holiday here in
Oh,
Japan
oh really?
until I think until Wednesday for 1 week holiday.
I heard it's a special day. You know what?
Hmm.
What a coincidence. We have a long holiday, long weekend here in Poland as well.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see.
we have
What
a
for what? What holiday?
it's we have a actually there are two holidays. We have a military day where there's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a military parade with all the planes and tanks and all of
Mm.
that. And the second is a religious holiday. It's called
Okay.
Assumption of Mary Day because Poland is 95% Catholic country, so it's quite
Mm.
important day for them. And a lot of people they're out, on taking like a holiday, going to
Mm.
mountains. So tell me the significance of the holiday you're having in Japan.
Well, actually, I don't know, it's something to do with the religions
Hmm.
things, but I'm not so sure. But,
So I guess you're just like
it's
me then, not so religious.
yeah. I think we say we need to go back to see the grave of the ancestors, take care of
Oh,
like the graves
okay.
of ancestors, something like that. Yeah,
Right,
but
right.
for me, because I'm not connected with like my like grandparents' side, so I
Okay.
don't have any grave to see or to visit.
Okay.
So and my
Okay.
parents still live, alive. So
Oh, thank God.
yeah.
God bless them.
Oh, so it's just holiday for me.
All right, fantastic.
Nothing else. Yeah.
Well, you seem like a really fun, interesting person, Sada. So tell me, what do you do for a living?
It's good questions. I until actually, the NGO, non-government organizations.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard it?
Of course.
Yeah. I used to work for NGO for working in like Yemen, Somalia,
Oh, wow.
Djibouti, Philippines, and these countries. Yeah,
That's great.
for education assistance or food distributions
Mm-hmm.
or these things like managing refugee camps. These things.
Wow.
But yeah, and I used to manage organization for that for 15 years and quit it in 3 years ago.
Okay.
Then I became a consultant, freelance consultant. So most of my work now is research or consultant. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
things.
that sounds
Yeah.
fascinating. So while you were working with these NGOs, did you get a lot of opportunity to travel all these countries?
Um, I think it's when I was when I belonged to that organization. I think it's just like 6, 7 countries. But back to 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
when I was an undergrad student, I used to travel with backpack. I think
Okay.
I traveled like more than 25 countries, something like that.
Oh my
So that's
gosh.
yeah. So I traveled that time more compared to yeah that time. So
So you're very well traveled person.
Yeah, and now I like traveling here in Japan. I have a car, van. Do you know Toyota Hiace?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
I have a, I modified it, and I have
Oh,
a bed and desk, everything inside, like camping
fantastic.
car. So I
Fantastic.
travel Japan. So
Oh, that's lovely. I would recommend, I think you should start vlogging, you should make your YouTube channel, make videos. I would love
Yeah,
to see. I'll be your first subscriber.
maybe only one, only one subscriber.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm sure, a lot of people, especially for me, I think Japan is such a lovely country and it's like so full of mysteries for me. Like, when
Mm-hmm.
being a part of this culture, we always get to see movies and read about samurais and, all of these, they sound like fairy tale. In fact, I read this book, The Art of War. I believe
Art work.
it's
Mm-hmm.
one of the best books written, and they're recommending it to all the business leaders as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the knowledge comes from the Japanese history.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, like you like
Art
traveling
work.
in Japan, which is your most favorite city in Japan to visit?
Hokkaido. It's a north island. It's a big island in the north of Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very cold. And my mother is from that
Oh
area.
wow,
Mm,
lovely.
Also, I was born in Osaka, more southern part.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but it's hot here. For example, now in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
especially my place like Osaka or Tokyo, it's
Okay.
more than or around 40 degrees, so it's very hot.
Ooh. All
Yeah,
right.
but in Hokkaido, since
Uh-huh.
it's north part of Japan, so it's around like 25 to 30, and it's very cold now, even now. So I like that kind of places.
Hot is your type of temperature, your climate.
Yeah, especially when you sleep inside the car,
Uh-huh.
it's not possible to sleep, with 40 degrees,
Oh
right?
yeah, you're gonna have to let the car on and with the air conditioning on.
Yeah, yeah. So and yeah, it should be until morning, but it's not good for environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so I just because like now I just need a laptop and Wi-Fi to
Right.
work, so I don't need office.
Okay.
So I just can stay, I can just move anywhere.
Remotely
So
you're working.
yes, that's right,
Oh,
remotely. So like
wow.
in summer, I just like to be in the north, so it's
Mm-hmm.
cold, and it's winter. I just try to go to south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like animal.
Oh, you're migrating like birds.
Yeah, that's true. Migrating birds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after COVID, the lifestyle, the work style has changed all over the world. Majority of
Mm-hmm.
the people,
That's
they
true.
switch to remote working and living like a digital nomad. They can work
Yes,
wherever you're from. I believe, it gives a lot of freedom. It's fantastic. I love it.
that's very true. Yeah, especially in Japan, like in a big city like Osaka or Tokyo,
Hmm.
if you try to stay
Yeah.
just near your office, for example, it's costly. It's very expensive. So you have no choice sometimes but to live far if you
Okay.
consider the expensive, for commute. And it takes like more than 1 hour or sometimes nearly 2 hours, right, to go to office. It's a waste of time. Huh?
Of course, and time
Yeah,
is money. So
yeah.
yeah, and that could be a problem. And I believed Tokyo was listed as one of the most expensive cities to live in a few years back. I don't know, maybe if it has changed or not, but
Mm-mm. Now it's getting cheaper here in Japan. Everything is cheaper now in Japan, but it
that's
used to
good.
be. That's
That's
true. Yeah.
good, because a
Mm.
few years back we had this problem with high inflation and the economy was not doing well. You look like such a knowledgeable person. Tell me, with the majority of Japanese population getting older and older, and there
Mm-hmm.
is not enough workforce, So, how the government is trying to tackle this problem?
Well, actually, it's the conditions like this. It's true. The majority. I mean, the youth, like give the rate of give birth
Mm-hmm.
is getting lower and lower. It's getting like 1.1 or 1.2
Wow.
average from two persons, right?
Oh my gosh.
So it's actually the population is shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, the range of older people are getting bigger and bigger in
Interesting.
Japan, right? So the workforce, workforce that you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
it's most of the company sometimes now many companies are going to bankrupt, not
Wow.
because of financial matters, but
Mm-hmm.
because they cannot find someone to hire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they can't find staff. So even though they try to pay more, but they cannot find because many people already retired and the youth have better opportunities nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, the many Japanese company are going to bankruptcy right now. And so also the community, if you go to the rural areas, rural community, the average of the population is like around sometimes 65, 70, because youth try to migrate to the cities while only the old people are left, in the community, right? So if for example, in the north, let's say Hokkaido, in winter they have to clean up all the snow, right?
Okay.
But how only the 70, people can clean up, right? With
Mm-hmm.
that kind of heavy things can be
Yes.
done by them, right? So it's a huge problem. Yeah,
And with the majority of older people, that puts a lot of burden on the government, like pension system, the
that's
healthcare
true. That's
system.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So
very
what's
true.
what's the current policy on immigration? Is Japan trying to allow people to come to Japan for working to replace the old people?
It's, I think, compared to before, yes, but still very much restricted
Mm-hmm.
compared to other countries, especially because the population. I mean, if the age of the, for example, politicians are mostly like 60s, 70s.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
men.
they're
So
expired already.
yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
a problem here in Japan. So most of the decision were made by those old people, old men actually, not
Yes.
only in government as well as Japanese company.
Mm-hmm.
So they cannot catch up with the current situation, or they cannot come up with a solution for the future because the
Mm-hmm.
youth have more responsibility for the future because they live longer, right? But those 70 years old actually have less. I mean, have less responsibility. I mean, because they just thinking how to survive as a politician for the next coming like 3 to 5 years. That's
Mm-hmm. Their
that's a
goal.
short. That's their goal, and they're how short sighted, yeah,
Yeah, very
things,
good word.
yeah,
Very nice.
yeah.
Well, so are you
So
politically active? Do you take part in the election? Do you vote?
yeah, I do. Yeah, but it's at the same time most of the youth, or I'm not youth, but I'm 40,
Mm-hmm.
so somehow in the middle, but also like not so much encouraged
Mm-hmm.
because we know also if you see the population or range of population, the silver democracy always win in these countries because even the 100% of youth voted for one,
Wow.
but maybe 50% of senior citizens voted for another thing, Plan B. They
Mm-hmm.
will win.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
democracy, right?
Yeah,
Silver democracy.
democracy. Democracy is
We
in
know how
crisis
useless.
in most of the countries, and while we're on this subject of politics, I really want to share my condolences with you. And when the prime minister got shot, I think it was last
Yeah.
year.
The Prime Minister former Prime Minister Abe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
former. That was like we never hear that kind of things, that kind
Mm.
of news coming from Japan, because it's one of the most peaceful countries to live. But that was a tragedy. Did he survive or he passed away?
He passed away by,
Oh,
yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah, on spot, I think. But it's also shocking for Japanese, not only because he was the prime minister, but also it's really rare to see
Unbelievable.
like gun cases here in Japan, unlike United States.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
US
was
is
shocking.
crazy about this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And with in US is the only country in the whole world where we have this phenomena of high school shooting.
Yeah,
Young
that.
kids, they take guns to school and they kill their teachers, their
Yeah,
fellow
yeah.
students. This is unbelievable. I mean, they really need to do something with their gun laws. In
Mm.
Japan, how difficult is it to buy and own a gun legally?
It's impossible. Impossible. Yeah, zero. I mean, it's only policemen have the guns,
Uh-huh.
and maybe for bird shooting or for like animal for how do
Hunting.
you call it?
Hunting.
For hunting purpose, that's different. That's exceptions.
Okay.
But for the gun that we are talking,
For like
it's
for defense and self
never
protection, you can't buy it.
cannot buy. Yeah, never seen in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's and do you support this? Are you in favor of gun laws? Are you against it? What's your stance?
I think most of Japanese, or I can say almost all Japanese, are for that law, for that
Okay.
stance, of the position. Yeah, and so for us, it's it seems very crazy is that what is happening in US,
Mm-hmm.
and as you mentioned, there's issue within the school, but still the lack of control, gun control, they still allow, the politicians still allow no small
Yeah.
guns, small firearms. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Maybe for political purposes, no, for vote. They have a big power. So
I mean, America is just one of those strange kind. Have you visited the U.S. before?
just maybe as a tourist, maybe for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
traveling.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
can I can feel from your accent. Your accent is more American than British. So,
Really? But I lived in Philippines longer.
okay, okay. So
So maybe
that's
that's somehow American side.
you
But I
got
also
it.
lived in Scotland for 1 year
Oh,
when I was
lovely.
20 years ago. Yeah. When I was, around
20
20
years
years old.
old.
Yeah.
20
20
years
years
old.
old. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
by the way, why are you there? I mean,
why am I here?
yeah.
For you.
I mean, yeah. It's a good answer. But I mean, why you transferred from Pakistan?
Oh,
Were you born in Pakistan or?
I will tell you. My story is very
Oh,
interesting, my friend. I guess it's
yeah.
not as interesting as yours, but still quite
No,
interesting.
I was so curious. Yeah.
My dad, God bless him, he was from India, and my
Mm-hmm.
mom, she was from Pakistan. So
Mm-hmm.
if you know the history, both the countries they
War.
became the enemies and they separated.
Yes, yes.
So it
Mm-hmm.
was like a typical movie film's love
Yeah,
story.
yeah. I watched Gandhi movie Gandhi
Oh,
3 hours.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
long time
wow.
ago.
So you know about what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah.
So then
Yeah.
they
Sure.
decided to start a family. So we moved to the UK. My early
Oh,
childhood was spent there, and after that, I got married. I moved to Norway, and then some opportunity presented itself. I moved to Poland, and now I've been living in Poland for the past 10 years. That's my
mm.
story.
Okay, okay. I see. So your family also from Pakistan. Your like wife.
No, no, no. I don't. We
You don't have.
separated our ways,
Okay. Sorry.
unfortunately. Yeah, no, no, no. It's
uh,
okay. I think you should say congratulations.
congrats.
I'm
Congratulations.
much better now.
What do you do? English teachers there, or you have another work?
I will actually share a link with you. I
Mm-hmm.
work as a here in Poland. I work as a business executive coach. I come to this native camp, as a side hobby or a
Okay.
hustle.
Uh-huh.
But officially, I'm teaching business courses in Poland.
Okay.
And
Uh,
yeah, so that's like my primary goal. And I'm also very interested in business as well, so I'm always looking for new opportunities. These days I'm doing my research on Amazon. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, so keeping
What
myself busy.
kind of business usually cons- yeah.
I'm sorry, your voice was
Is there any particular?
I'm sorry, your voice was breaking
Okay.
up.
Can you hear?
Please repeat yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What kind of business area of business you specialize?
Oh, my family business, we were into steel business, into aluminium business. We had production units,
Mm-hmm.
and,
Wow.
in fact, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of our machineries in the factory were from Japan. We imported these
Mm-hmm.
extrusion presses that make the doors and
Mm-hmm.
windows. So I was
Mm-hmm.
working with my dad, and now I'm looking for more online opportunities, because Poland is not the most business friendly country, especially for small businesses. They have lots and
Mm-hmm.
lots of red tape, bureaucracy, everything
Okay.
takes so much time. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy to open a business here. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
need a lot of money, capital. So it's better to. I was thinking it's good to have like an online entity where you can, like, buy and sell stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trade is one of the oldest professions of this world. So, and it still
Mm-hmm.
works.
Mm-hmm.
In Poland, Japanese cars are very popular, and now the climate is changing. So a lot of people, they are buying this air conditioning for the house, and I see a lot
Okay.
of Japanese air conditioning, like Mitsubishi,
Mm-hmm.
Sanyo, and all these companies that are opening offices here. So just keeping in touch with the industry, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you interested in
Okay.
business?
Yeah, 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 very much because I'm also a consultant now for non-profit organizations.
Okay.
I also my some of my work is, do you know AVPN? AVPN. You can check.
I will check it out, but what that is, you can briefly tell me what that is.
Yes, yes. It's a Asian platform for philanthropy.
Okay.
It's yeah. I'm working for this in Japan.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so with a it's a yeah, so business sector more on social aspect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So and my work is as a consultant is more on like manage how to like manage non-profit organization or these things. So
Wow.
business consultant. So yeah, for
This is great.
non-profit purpose.
Do you
So I
like
was
your
so
job? Do you like
interested.
your job?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it can create impact to like socially, how do you call it, like disadvantaged
Very
people.
good. Very good.
Also like global issues such as like climate change, as you
Climate
mentioned,
change. I mean,
right?
this is fantastic. I should personally say thank you to you for your services. Not many people are thinking like you, and working on these issues. Everyone wants to make money, think about themselves, but your job and your services, they go beyond borders, and they're beneficial for our future generations. So I'm, like, really
Mm.
grateful to you for your service.
Thank you. Yeah, that you can be part of it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to check your website, after the lesson. I will
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm interested in your job. Are you? Are you going to finish today?
We're almost out of time. It just
Yeah, yeah.
time flew. The lesson was so
Mm-mm.
interesting. I hope you found the same. I really enjoyed having a conversation with you. Your English
Me
is
too.
great. Let me quickly see what's on my notepad. I
Yeah.
could only pick just one small little mistake, and I also
Uh
believe
huh.
your English is so good, and I think it's just a slip of tongue.
Mm-hmm.
A few minutes back, you said a lot of
Bankrupt.
companies are
Bankruptcy.
going bankrupt without two.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Going bankrupt.
Yes.
Going
Yes.
bankrupt.
And everything else you said was perfect. I'm worried
No.
about my job. I think you're going to take my job. Your English is so good.
No. No. No.
All right.
You're
Well, I
flattering.
wish you a fantastic evening. Have a great time, and I really look forward to see you again.
Yeah. You too.